Every Christmas, Grandma asked for nothing. No gifts, no surprises, just a quiet smile and the words, "I already have everything I need." But this year, we discovered she was hiding a Christmas wish so deep, so heartbreaking, it changed our family forever. When December rolled in and snow tipped the roofs of Maplewood, our family began preparing for Christmas the way we always did. Lights tangled, cinnamon rolls burning, and everyone shouting over the sound of Grandpa's old radio. But this year felt different. Grandma Eleanor, the heart of our home for generations, moved a little slower, smiled a little softer, and spoke even less. She insisted she didn't need anything for Christmas. Just like every year, just like every decade, but something in her eyes whispered otherwise. A quiet longing, a silent wish, a memory she was holding on to all by herself. The first clue appeared when I found her in the attic one cold morning, sitting in her old rocking chair, holding a tiny wooden ornament, a small hand-carved house with faded red paint. She stared at it like it carried an entire world inside. When she saw me, she quickly wiped her eyes and whispered, "Oh, sweetheart, just an old memory." The second clue came a week later. She asked Mom if she could borrow the family album, something she hadn't touched since. Grandpa passed away 10 Christmases ago. I watched her trace photos with trembling fingers, especially the one of her old childhood home, a little cottage deep in the countryside, long abandoned. And the third clue, the one that finally opened the door to her secret, arrived on Christmas Eve. We were decorating the tree when Grandma slipped a small, unopened letter beneath a candle. I asked her what it was for. She smiled and said, "Just a promise I hope the angels finally deliver." That night curiosity wouldn't let me sleep. I tiptoed downstairs and gently picked up the letter. It wasn't sealed. It wasn't addressed to anyone we knew. It was addressed to Santa Claus, written in Grandma's delicate handwriting. A grown woman, a grandmother, writing to Santa. My heart folded into itself as I opened it carefully. Inside, only one sentence. I wish to see my family together in my childhood home one last Christmas. That was it. No toys, no jewelry. Just one simple wish. A place, a memory, a moment that shaped her entire life. A legacy she wanted us to touch before time carried her away. The next morning, I showed the letter to my parents, and for the first time in years, our entire family came together without arguing, without excuses, without maybe next year. We drove 2 hours out of town, through snowy back roads, until the little cottage appeared. Broken roof, ivy climbing the walls, windows fogged with age. But when Grandma saw it, her breath broke into a sob. She touched the old doorframe as if greeting an old friend. "This," she whispered, "is where love began in my life." Inside, she showed us the marks on the wall where her father measured her height every December, the fireplace where her mother told Christmas stories, the wooden floor she and Grandpa danced on the night before he left for the war. Every corner was a memory stitched with joy, loss, and the kind of love that survives decades. We decorated the house with the lights we brought, hung the same old wooden ornament on a crooked branch outside, and lit candles that filled the room with a warm, golden glow. Grandma sat in her father's rocking chair, tears shining in her eyes. "This," she whispered, "was my unspoken wish. Not gifts, not things, just my family. In the place where my story began." We held her hands. She held our hearts. And in that quiet, glowing cottage, we realized the truth. Her real legacy wasn't the house. It wasn't the memories. It wasn't even Christmas. It was the love she spent her life planting in all of us. A legacy that would outlive every winter. A legacy richer than any gift under any tree. When we drove home that night, Grandma fell asleep in the back seat, a peaceful smile on her face. The kind of smile that only comes when a lifelong wish is finally fulfilled. And that Christmas became the one we promised to remember forever, not because of what we received, but because we finally understood what she had quietly given us all along. A lifetime of love wrapped in silence and revealed at last.